Hi, I'm Nazar Rashid.
I'm Jared Knack.
And we both host PCTV. Now, what we're going to talk about right now, just quickly, is the attack that is being forced onto community television Australia-wide by the Liberal government and Malcolm Turnbull in particular.
Yeah, our Communications Minister has announced that by, I think, the end of 2015, all of the states within Australia are going to have their community TV bandwidth revoked. And so, we obviously believe that community TV and keeping a little bit of bandwidth put aside for community television is a good idea.
Definitely, and the reason why we think that is because community television, it gives you, without it, we basically lose a lot of diversity on television, and we also, community television is used as a training ground for upcoming television talent. What we're asking for you to do is to take action, and what you can do to that is you can go to a website called committocommunitytelevision.org. We'll put up the URL address so that you can go to it and sign up and contact Malcolm Turnbull, contact your Liberal representative, and please make as much noise as you possibly can to try to save our community television spectrum Australia-wide. It's not just for Adelaide, it's not just for Melbourne, it's for the whole country. Yes. And this is an attack on basically the whole of Australian society. So whatever you can do, if you can sign up, if you can tell your friends, if you can get in touch with your Liberal representatives, then make them know and make them really aware that this is something we don't want to have happen, and that once we lose this, then there's no way community television will come back.
Well, you won't get it back.
Welcome to PCTV. I'm glad to have you with us today. I'm Nazar Rashid.
I'm Jared Knack.
And in this episode, we'll be looking at Office 365. We'll be looking at some tips and tricks to get around ads. And we'll be showing you how to we'll see who's tracking you whenever you're browsing on the internet.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, now in this segment for PCTV, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Office
365.
Yeah, now Office, as you know, would have probably come beforehand. It came with, you'd buy Office 2010 or Office 2013, or if you're going back a bit further, Office 2007 or Office 2003, where you'd go and you'd buy the discs, you'd install them, and you'd have Office running on your PC. Now,
just to clarify, this is Word, Excel, Access, all the, these programs that we've gotten pretty used to over the years.
Yeah, so basically what you would have used at work, what you would have used at school, what you would have used at university, what you would use just to write your own normal documents. You'd be using stuff like Word. If you were doing spreadsheets, you'd be using Excel. If you're doing presentations, you'd be using PowerPoint. Stuff like that. So now Office has changed slightly with the brand new implementation of Office 365. Now what Office 365 is, and the difference between it is, it's a subscription service. So what you do is you pay a yearly subscription, and then you get access to all of those same programs that we just mentioned. And the difference with Office 365 over let's say Office 2013 is that it allows you to download Office to up to 5 other devices within your house. If you get Office 365 Premium, you can install that on 5 different computers and 5 different tablets in your home under the same subscription.
And it's worth noting that, the big difference now is Office 365 is a cloud-based solution.
Right. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go through the process of actually downloading and installing it. So I've got it set up right here. So we'll go to the office.com setup, which is where it's taking me right now.
And it's pretty cheap.
It is pretty cheap. So we hit that. That's my product key. It'll want to sign me in.
You need a Microsoft Live account.
That's right, a Microsoft Live account, which was the exact same thing as your Xbox Live account, which is the same exact thing as your Hotmail account, which is the same exact thing as your Windows Live account. Okay, they're all the same. So I'll put in one which is so ancient that I no longer even run TPG anymore. But
still a domain.
It is. No thanks. Country, region, no thanks. Get rid of you. Go go away from there. Go to country. We are in Australia.
Yep.
Language, we are English. Yep, cool.
Microsoft Office may contact me, email, rah rah rah. Just continue.
Whatever. Continue. Setting up the account. So now I'll take you through the steps, the procedures. It'll be quite quickly, apparently. We'll see. My account, here it comes. We're loading a page. Right. Welcome to your account page. Okay, cool. To install
An extra
1 terabyte of OneDrive. All right, so they used to have this thing called SkyDrive, which was basically a cloud-based storage. I think we discussed it in the first season.
We did, yep.
Yeah, and
Dropbox, SkyDrive.
Yeah, all the online repositories for your online storage. And now Microsoft has gone up the ante a little bit by, they used to give you 20 gigs of online storage. Initially it came out with 5 gigs of online storage, but if you download Office 365, then they give you 20 gigs for each one of the subscribers. So all 5 instances of Office 365 that you put onto any one of your devices will have 20 gigs worth of storage. Because I'm the account holder, I get an extra 1 terabyte here of on OneDrive storage, which is fantastic.
That is a lot.
That is huge. So let's go. Install information. We just hit the install button here.
So really what it's installing there is not so much the full product as an agent that just allows it to talk to the Microsoft servers.
Download Accelerated Pass, our favorite download manager. That's great.
And there's our UAC giving us a prompt.
Cool, and as you can see, Office is getting things ready. So now it'll take you through the procedure. At this point, it's probably best advised that you go and get yourself a copy and let it do. Although it's coming through quite quickly.
Having said that, it's pretty quick. I mean,
it's coming through quite
from what
quickly.
we used to be sitting there with CDs and installing things or downloading executables and whatnot to this. I mean, it provisions it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And of course, your profile follows you around on any device.
That's correct.
Nothing's stored locally.
Yep, and it retains your settings and all everything that you've set up basically. So you won't lose that if you swap devices. You'll have everything set up exactly the same way it was when you first set it up.
That's right.
Okay, welcome to your new Office. That was quite quick. You wouldn't have made the coffee in time.
No.
Next, send us information. Oh, well, yeah.
Let's just say no thanks.
Sure, no thanks. We accept the agreements because you won't be able to unless you don't accept the agreements. Sign in and get the most of Office. Sign in, maybe later.
Sign in now.
Yep. Meet SkyDrive. Alright, so now it starts teaching you all the bits and pieces and the bells and whistles that go along with Office 365. So, hi Bizarre, how are you going? How would I like to look?
How would you like it to look?
Yeah.
Oh, these are themes.
Yeah, things. Let's just go with the default, which is clouds.
No, do something funny. Geometry. I don't know. Doodle diamonds.
Spring stars.
Go stars.
Stars?
Spacey.
Stars. Done.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Well, we can do underwater, tree rings, straws. Apparently there's quite a few. How would you like it to look? Oh, we can just go... Had no background?
Circuit.
What circuit?
I don't know. Probably electronics.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Looks alright?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that to begin with. Sure, we can always change that. Office has lots of great new stuff. Let's have a quick look.
While we wrap things up.
Yeah, do you want to have a quick look?
Okay, let's have a look.
Let's take a look and see what there is available. You can use Office
So
now.
really, Office 365 is a great prospect for students.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really where it's hitting,
Yeah.
I think. A lot of schools, TAFEs and so forth are using it now because you don't have any of the security issues that you have with cloud that sometimes comes up. And it's so easy and it's subscription based, so you just pay for it as long as you use it.
Right, let's see how we're going. Click the arrow to get started. Hi there, sign in. We've already signed in. Yep, cool.
No, it said a little balloon popped up saying it's streaming some files.
Ooh, let it stream.
Application virtualization. They would be using Microsoft AppV probably for that.
I think we just need to click on it. Sure enough.
This is a tour.
So
let's just next that.
This is a tour. Let's see.
Greg Axelrod. That's the
their
default
guy.
user, Greg Axelrod.
Yeah. Alright, so Greg Axelrod, he's here.
I think you told me, you know what the default silhouette face in all Microsoft products
That's
is?
correct. It's Bill Gates.
It's Bill Gates.
Bill
but
Gates in silhouette.
what exactly though? It's his mugshot.
That's right.
He got in trouble when he was a
right.
teenager or something, and he got his mugshot taken.
That's right. And Microsoft were thinking we can be a little bit funny here, and we'll put up his silhouette from the mugshot, which it is, and it's such a generic looking silhouette as well. You wouldn't think that was the case, but it is.
Well,
So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now we're still waiting here.
I think it's downloading some stuff.
Let it download.
Or
Aha.
here we go.
Sign in, perfect. Let's see now. All right, so this is, like I said, a tour, so let's just pretend that we're doing it. Save. Once upon a time, you saved documents to one place, and they pretty much stayed there. Well, that's not the case any longer. Now, you can save it to any device, as you can see, which is your desktop, your laptop, or your smart device, because I think it works on Windows Phone, Android phones, and there is an Office 365 for Apple iPads as well, and not sure how it goes with the iOS phone, but it does go onto iPads.
It works, I think.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Of course, if you've got a Windows phone, then it goes directly, and that works out quite well. So you can save your files onto OneDrive, and that means they're accessible from any device because it's stored in the cloud.
In the cloud.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to next. And it's taking us to recent presentations. Sure. Next.
Well, they're really pushing in this tour the whole concept of
The cloud. Yeah.
Of course, it became a massive strategy from Microsoft under Steve Ballmer, the previous CEO, was to move everything to cloud-based infrastructure.
Yeah. You can invite people to share your documents and edit them and read them, do whatever you want. You can invite them. Obviously, you give them a little link and a password, and it allows them to do that, which is something which is not available before. Great. OneDrive, once again. And that's it. So let's have a look. You can use Office now. We're wrapping up, just finishing up.
This is interesting. So they're downloading some local content,
Yeah.
and while it's showing the tour.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why the tour was quite long.
Yeah. Which is fine. That's fine. So it's just finishing up. There we go. You're good to go. All done.
All done.
So let's see what it does.
2013, isn't it?
Yep. And as you can see, all the applications are in there, and there's access. All right. So access and publisher. If you buy Office 2013, let's say on disks to install locally on your machine, then what you will get is you'll get Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. OneNote is an excellent program that we should talk about in a minute.
OneNote.
However, you won't be able to get Outlook unless you get Office 2013 Home and Business, because they believe that students already have student emails and Hotmails and Gmails and stuff like this, so they just don't offer you Outlook in your Home and Student. They will offer you Outlook in Home and Business because they understand that businesses still want to have their own Outlook email address, so that's fine. But with Office 365 you get that, and you also get Publisher and Access, which isn't included in your standalone Office 2013 unless you pay for them extra.
Right.
Whereas with 365 you do have access to all of them, which is fantastic. One of the other selling points I think that they're specifically trying to push. Okay, so as you can see we've got Word 2013, so let's just click into Word quickly. And it opens up, I should have actually gone into, and it tells you all the things about Word. Right? And you can see exactly that I'm there, and that's my account and all the rest of it, which you probably didn't need to see, but it's there. And it lets you have these all default templates for Office documents that you want to do. If you wanted to do it, and it looks like a wedding invitation over here, and a diploma over here, and a business plan over here, and a brochure over here. That works for all of them, so that's really cool.
Yeah. Okay. And that's Office, and once it's installed, it works just the same.
Seamlessly. Yeah. So that's Office 365. As you can see, it was very simple. We took you right through the processes of setting it up. It's very simple, and like I said, it is a subscription, so you're paying a subscription amount on a yearly basis. However, if you work out over 5 devices, if you're in a family and you've downloaded it onto your computer and your laptop and your tablet and your kids' laptops and tablets, because remember you can download it onto 5 computers and 5 tablets concurrently. So it's not like you need to choose, will I put it on my tablet or will I put it on my laptop? You can put it on both. That's fine.
So what are people paying at the moment?
At the moment, the recommended retail price in Australia is around about $119. You might be able to get that a little bit cheaper if you shop around or if people have specials and stuff like that.
For 12 months.
For 12-month subscription. However, if you work that out over 5 devices, well, it works out to
it's
about,
not a lot of money.
No,
really
it works out to about 23. And the good thing about that is that any updates that come through, you automatically get updated. So with Office 2000, let's say you had Office 2003, for example. If I wanted to upgrade that, I have to get a brand new Office suite and upgrade it. Whereas this will upgrade everything on the fly as things become available, which is fantastic as well. It keeps you up to date all the time.
Great.
So that's Office 365. If you have any questions or queries, once again, please get in touch with us on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, so now for this final segment of PCTV, what we're going to do is just answer a quick user question because we get user questions all the time.
We do.
And we always have a dedicated show at the very end of the season to show you all the user questions we didn't get around to. But for this one, we're just going to get to it right now because it's so simple and it's so important. We're going to show you how to lock your computer.
Lock your computer easily. Yeah. Whenever you get up, particularly at work or, well, anywhere really, you should lock your computer.
Yeah, especially if you've got some documents open and stuff and you've got kids running around the house and stuff like that, and then they want to come over and start fiddling with the keyboard and stuff up all your work and maybe like delete something or close a window that you hadn't saved yet or something like that, then what you can do very simply to lock a computer is...
Windows L.
So if I go and hit my Windows button here, and then I hit L...
Locks it.
It's locked straight away. So
yeah, traditional way is to hit Control Delete and then you get some options and you say lock, this one, bang, just like that.
Windows L. So now what it needs is for you to put in your password in order to unlock your computer, which is what I'm going to do right now.
Now bear in mind, this is if you've got your Windows installation set to require a password.
Yep.
Which you definitely should have.
For security reasons, you should always have a password. If you just open a thing and it says welcome and you can go straight in there, then you're opening yourself up to a whole world of hurt.
Yeah, you want to fix that up.
Yeah, you want to definitely have a password. And remember to make it as difficult as possible for people to try to break. And we've given you so many tips and tricks on how to make a very useful and difficult to crack password. So utilize those tips and techniques and create a password for you. Use your little Windows L button. And off you go, you can lock your computer as soon as you leave it and not have to worry about people jumping on.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, little tip. Thanks. Hi. Okay, so we're going to stick with the theme and talk about internet-based advertising again.
Yeah.
So just to let you know, the kind of data that's getting captured out there, it's called your metadata, it's your browsing history.
It's a buzzword now, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. And there's a lot of it. You'll go to one site, but you'll actually be hitting several sites that are just gathering bits and pieces of data.
Yeah.
So we had a plugin here that actually visualizes this and shows you, which we thought was quite cool.
Yeah, this plugin is for Firefox specifically. It's just another browser that you can download for free, like Internet Explorer, like Google Chrome, etc. But we've got Firefox. One of the cool things about Firefox, although it's not so cool in the enterprise, but it's good for private use in terms of allowing you to have all these different add-ons and plugins. And one of those is called Lightbeam for Firefox. And what it does basically, it starts showing you visually all of the companies and third parties that are tracking all of your browser movements. Yeah. So we've already downloaded and installed Lightbeam onto Firefox here. So if you go in there, and we've only visited, see, as you can see, it says that we visited 5 sites, only 5 sites. And in that 5 sites,
we've connected with 45 third-party sites.
That's right. And you can see here, these little triangles around what we did, because we went to YouTube initially. And just by going to YouTube, we have connected up with 45 third-party sites tracking your metadata just to see exactly where you're going and just to keep tabs on you. And a lot of it's from Google, Google Video. There's 2MDNet. There's all these third-party companies.
Google Analytics, that's a big one.
Yeah, huge
Google
one.
APIs.
Fonts from Google. There's typekit.net.
No idea.
Don't know who they are. Adobe Tag. That's because I went to Adobe and downloaded a Flash player, which you have to do in order to see most content on YouTube videos in any case.
That's right.
So it just allows you to see visually, and like I said, we only did 5 sites and we already picked up all of this. So if you go browsing, like let's say you go into any websites and then you click on another link and then you click on another link, and if we got 45 third parties coming up from just 5 simple sites, imagine how much you do after you went browsing for an entire day or a week or a month or a year.
It's what they call your digital footprint, and it's a lot larger than people think.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to just see that visually and be aware of how many different third-party applications are picking up your metadata, and remember they're storing them as well. So whenever you hear the words, oh, they're just storing your metadata, well, it shows you basically every single place that you've been on the internet and shows you every single site that you've been browsing. And sometimes, it's not like we've been doing anything wrong or anything, but that type of information doesn't need to be stored, in our opinion.
It does, yeah. It starts to really encroach on the concept of privacy.
Yeah.
And what's quite a big topic now on the internet is what they call the right to be forgotten.
That's right.
And I think somewhere in Europe there's a pretty landmark case. A precedent was made where someone objected to aspects of their own information being on the net, and they wanted it purged from the database.
Yeah, I think it was a bankruptcy that happened 15 years earlier, but every time you Google the guy's name, it would still pop up. And so he was saying that's unfair because it's not representative of his current life. And so he sued and managed to get them to remove that.
Wipe it. The ironic thing being, that is now, that one thing he wanted removed is exactly what he's known for. Throughout the entire world. So kind of backfires, but
it does.
It's topical.
And the other thing we wanted to show you is AdBlock Plus.
Plus.
I think that this personally is an indispensable.
Yeah.
Okay, and the reason why is we'll give you a demonstration. So if I go to YouTube here, just any normal YouTube page, and we click on any YouTube video, there's this one with Ben Affleck on Bill Maher. So now straight away you get like an ad that pops up and it says you can skip this ad in 2 minutes, but an ad still pops up and it's very, very annoying and you have to wait for it to skip, and sometimes they don't allow you to skip the ads. Now what we're going to do with AdBlock Plus, you just Google in AdBlock Plus, and then as you can see it says you can add this as an add-on to Firefox.
Yep.
So we're going to install that right now. We'll add that to Firefox. There we go. Done. Yep, install now.
Yeah, it's just a security warning there.
Yep.
Annoying ads will now be blocked.
Yeah. So we'll go back to that YouTube channel. We'll go back to where we just were. Okay, and as you can see, it shows all the YouTube channels. Now I'm going to play the same exact video that we just saw. And now, instead of playing the ad, it just played the video. So that's stopping all of that heartache and having to wait and suffer through the ad the whole time. Download AdBlock Plus, and you can stop that from happening immediately. As you can see, it works seamlessly, and it took us all of 10 seconds to download and install it. And now I don't have to suffer through those ads every time I watch a YouTube video for the rest of the time that I watch YouTube videos using Firefox. Of course, you can get similar products for Internet Explorer, for Chrome, and also for Safari and Opera and all the rest of the browsers you want to use. Yeah.
But that one's been around a while and it works really well.
Yeah, so AdBlock Plus, we'll put up the URL and you can download it, and we think that that's an indispensable.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody.
Yep, that was our latest episode of PCTV. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. And once again, if there's any questions or queries that you have about any of the segments or any of the different bits and pieces we've shown you today, please get in touch with us on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page, and the addresses for which should be just about here right about now.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.